Not too long ago, our lives were free from the shackles of digital influence. We were playing outside, we were sleeping on time, we were healthy and stress-free. But today, technology revolves around us. Our workplace, our home, and even our bodies are connected through our phones, smartwatches, Wi-Fi, and even more. Hi, my name is Augustine, and today I would like to talk about something that we are exposed to daily: electromagnetic radiation, also known as EMR. A few years ago, people had just a phone and maybe a laptop. Now, we are carrying multiple devices 24/7. Studies have shown that at any given moment, we are exposed to at least 3 devices and even more at home. But why is that a problem? Isn't technology meant to improve our lives? Here's the issue. EMR is an invisible but constant source of low-frequency radiation from all devices that could be harmful. Your smartphone, watches, Wi-Fi, wearable technologies, fridge, and even power outlets emit non-stop EMR. And this raises concerns about our long-term safety and wellness. The World Health Organization has classified EMR as possibly carcinogenic, meaning it may potentially cause cancer. Healthcare professionals like Dr. Savinder has raised concerns about the potential side effects of EMR, especially about how children are much more vulnerable.
The children's brain, like the hypothalamus, it tends to absorb 1.5 to 2 times more electromagnetic fields than an adult. But if you look at the child's bone marrow, it absorbs an amazing 10 times more electromagnetic radiation than an adult. The brain is much more absorbent, the skull is thinner, and because the relative size is smaller, if I give you the same dosage, your smaller tissue is going to absorb more than the bigger tissue. The first thing you have to do is keep the appliance that's emitting the radiation further apart from you, like handphones. Off all power points when they're not in use. Number 3, you could use electromagnetic field harmonizers, which will balance out the radiation side effects from the appliance.
Now that you have heard from an expert, let's see EMR in action. Here are some of my essentials which I am sure that most of you rely on just as much: the computer, a tablet, the phone, and the laptop. This is a radiation detector and it measures where the sources of radiation are. When the reading is more than 200, it is not safe. Let's check this out. The computer is showing more than 200, meaning it's not safe. Now what about a tablet? It's showing over 1,000. It's not safe. Now something that we put so close to our skin every day, it exceeds over 1,000. Not safe. What about a laptop that you use almost every day? Over 1,000, beyond the limit. Also not safe. This is another tool that we use to detect radiation. It's called the SDR detector. This device, with its antenna, it's able to detect the radiation around me. When I turn this on, and as you can see, the green waterfall spectrum indicates that there is radiation around me. Notice on the screen, it's 72 megahertz. This is the frequency that aligns with the operating range of our brain. Look at the radiation reading. Our body constantly bombarded with all these radiation. And this explains why most of us having difficulties to sleep during the night and sometimes experience migraine. I also want you to imagine the effect on children that spend hours on their tablets and phones. But let's be real. We just can't stop using technology. It is too essential. But what if I tell you that there's a simple way to protect ourselves from EMR? This is EmGuarde, an environment harmonizer that protects you from radiation without interfering the regular usage of all devices in your home. Let's test it out. Allow me to introduce Jerome, my EmGuarde associate, to do the demonstration. He turns on the detector, and as he gets close to the laptop, as you can see the reading, it's over the limit. Okay, now let's test the phone. And as you can see the reading, it's also over 1,000. Now with the EmGuarde in my hand, I'm plugging in a count of 3, 2, 1. Let's check the reading again. It's 0, 0, 0. Okay, I'm going to unplug it. Okay, put down the phone and then get close to the laptop. There is a reading. Now, I'm going to plug the EmGuarde in the count of 3, 2, 1. Again, the reading is 0, 0, 0. Now, with EmGuarde, you don't have to compromise on technology or comfort. You can still live freely, knowing that you're still protected. Now, let's get back to the SDR detector. As it turns on the detector, I want you to observe two things. One is the sound, and two is the green waterfall spectrum. With the EmGuarde in my hand, I'll be plugging in the count of 3, 2, 1. The sound is gone, and two, the green waterfall spectrum has now become a blue waterfall spectrum. What this means? It means that the EmGuarde has harmonized the radiation in our surrounding. I will unplug again, observe the detector, plug it back in. There you go. And this is a game changer. Thank you, Jerome. With EmGuarde, it gives you and your family a peace of mind because now we are in an EMR free zone. Maybe you are healthy and all. It's cool. But I want you to imagine 5 years down the road. You wake up to a beautiful morning, but you're feeling something isn't right. You stand up and you feel a huge pressure in your head. Over time, it affects your memory, sleep, senses, and performance. You live with them as a new norm, maybe lack of awareness or ignorance. Your family around you are feeling very concerned and they even encourage you to do a MRI scan. As I mentioned earlier in my video, consistent and long-term exposure to EMR may be cancerous. The keyword here is consistent and long-term exposure. Here's the deal. You can live your life as per normal, do nothing, dismiss radiation and live as it is. If something bad happened to you, it might be too late by then. You cannot reverse what happened to your body. Or you simply take 2 seconds to plug in your EmGuarde and it can save you piles of medical bills that even insurance cannot cover. As they say, prevention is better than cure. We can't see radiation, but we feel it in our energy, our sleep, our stress. EmGuarde creates a safe 8-meter space. It's small, but it protects what matters most. You, your kids, and your loved ones. In a world we can't control, but you still have a choice. If this spoke to you, reach out to the person that shared this with you. They care, and so should you. I'm Augustine. Stay safe, stay protected, and stay healthy.